Hello everyone, hope you're doing all well. So this is the 11 things that we're going to find throughout this playthrough. So just an FYI, the words of power, there's only one for the achievement, but hopefully we're going to grab, I believe there's 22, 24 in here. So for the manuscript achievement, there's only one, and a lot of these are mainly story related. But I will show you a separate video of them because I was going to show it during this video, but I kind of forgot to record them at the time. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back. This is now Alan Wake. So for the first collectible, we're going to find the map. This will be the Cauldron Lake. As soon as you start this level, it will be directly in front of you, right next to Alex Casey. So now following the story progression, so simply just follow your team and he will just lead you in the right direction. So now follow the path as you guys are talking, and on the right hand side there will be a path quite hidden on the right hand side.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it. Now go around to the left hand side when you hit the fence, and you will find your one of 21 lunchboxes.
An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
At the moment, all these are pretty simple. There's nothing
but he really hates the movies.
Specifically you need to do it. So after you get to the general store, so basically you get to your victim. So just before we get there, if you go to the left hand side and go right down to the end, this will be a dead end, but there will be a lunchbox. So this one, before I recorded, I didn't notice this one, but lucky enough, the main character says, "Oh, there's a lunchbox there, so thank you, main character." So now this will be at the back of the general store, so right next to where the victim is located. So go to the left or right path. It doesn't really matter because they kind of lead the same way. But here you're going to find the cult stash, so simply just follow this picture diagram. Hopefully they're all the same combination throughout. It'll be nice. And that will be your first stash. Now go directly behind you and inside that hut to find your one of 12 deer heads. So if you want to know how to figure out the combination to that stash, all the information is inside this hut.
Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Hey there, Mr. Deer.
So now lunchbox number 3. So not far from the last location. So now go down to the bottom left hand side and we'll find another very small camp here. So in the far right hand side, far left hand side of this camp, in the very corner next to the fence or the blue tarpaulin, this will be lunchbox number 3. So now, from what I remember, we're now going to proceed on a bit further now with the story. So follow this pathway. So once again, after you have done all the necessary stuff with Nightingale, and now you have to go to the lake. So as we're proceeding down this pathway, you will notice that there's a climbable ledge here on the right hand side. Just simply climb that and just follow the path. Once again, there will be another campsite area with a lunchbox, and hopefully Saga will actually tell you there's one nearby. Okay, this will be quite some time. So after you've got the spare key from the sheriff guy, so basically we are leaving now to go to Bright Falls. So on the left hand side, you'll notice this big generator looking thing. Go behind it and you will find your lunchbox.
Another one of those lunchboxes.
Just an FYI, if you happen to miss some of these lunchboxes, you can technically come back to the second visit, but it's best to just get them now. So welcome to the Bright Falls. I think it's Bright Falls. As soon as we spawn in, after the car cutscene, go into this main building directly behind you, to your left of where you spawn. You will find a deer head located in the far back hand side of the this area. At first, for some reason I've I don't know why. I've been doing this for quite some time now. Every time I know where it is. As soon as I record, I go through the door. I forget exactly where it is until I
I feel bad
backtrack
for
my
these
steps
guys.
in real time. Like you just seen. Like I try to backtrack my steps to find the deer, but yeah, it's located in the back room on top of the fireplace. So now leading back out, we're going to the Old Deer Diner.
I'm gonna go check something out.
This is where we're going to find
right
the
back.
Bright Falls map, located on the left side of the store, next to the payphone.
Welcome to Bright Falls.
Now the next thing we're going to find is your next deer. This will be deer number 3, located inside the diner on the right hand side. I think it's like the maintenance store or the... Well, it's either like maintenance or the janitor. That's the word I was trying to figure out. Like a
Rest easy,
storage
buddy.
place. So now we're going to go and find your lunchbox. So outside the store of the Old Deer, we're now going to go into the park area.
The fence was built just
So far, these lunchboxes and stuff haven't been that difficult to find, to be honest. It's just like, you look around, your character will say something, and then you'll find it. And also you'll find these like decorations on the tree or something nearby to indicate there's something near you. So go to the back tree and you'll notice once again there's a lunchbox with some decorations right next to it.
Lunchbox?
Okay, we're now going to go to the police station or the sheriff's station. So once again, do everything you need to do with your main objective. Then you will follow your friend inside to the sheriff's station. In the reception desk area at the very back, and you will find the map just on the wall here. Now this is going to be missable, but maybe you can grab this on a second run of this area at some point. But yeah, if it's any, I hate missable collectibles. But as soon as you go in this room, I looked at the wrong screen. I couldn't see it on the recording. I knew it was here because I heard it. But if for some reason you don't see it, you just have to be in the area for it to trigger. But you can see it in your dream world thing. So now we are back in Cauldron Lake. So this should be the return to the heart. So basically there is a lot of stuff before we have to do before we go into the general store. So please make sure to do your objectives, and then eventually you will come back here, you'll find the deer in the store, and you'll find your taken inside that you have to deal with.
A cultist. A monster.
So in this area alone, you have to come in this room because the main objective is here. So make sure you grab the inventory upgrade number 1, weapon number 1 of 8. So this will be the sawn-off shotgun, and hopefully you guys, for you, the passcode will be 739. Hopefully it's the same number. Be kind of good if it is. And we can grab our lovely shotgun. So now for the Colt stash number 2. Once again, this will take some time after you have faced your boss, I'm going to call it. You will then have to proceed through this area. So make sure you look on the map where I am.
You got it.
And go through this crack in the hole, and we need to do some investigation. So in this area line, there's only a Colt stash and an inventory upgrade. So once again, this, hopefully this is the same, but I don't think this will be. This seems like a random thing, but it's pretty easy. Just press the buttons in order that it shows you. That's all you have to do for this one.
Locked box. Notes and ammo.
In here, you will find some flares,
Tools of the
I think it's
trade.
painkillers and other
The cult
stuff.
doesn't see their victims as people.
And also your upgrade for your inventory. Okay, just follow the same path around. So go through the witch's ladle and the other place. Just go on to the minimap and where I am. You will find these arrows pointing to a key. So just follow these arrows. You can definitely see them with your flashlight open or out. But then you need to go back and go the other direction to find the Colt stash.
For themselves.
So unfortunately, this isn't a combination. This requires a key. There's not really much in here apart from health, ammo, and flares. But once again, all these do come in handy, so every little helps. And I keep pressing the wrong damn button. Alright, so now we're going to do the one of many nursery rhymes. Once again, follow the story progression, go across the bridge, and on the left hand side you will notice this nursery rhyme. Pretty
Reminds me of the
straightforward.
nursery rhymes I read to
Just
Logan when she was little.
you'll find a doll on the table
little
here.
clothesline
So you want to
doll.
pick up the crow doll and stick it
Perfect word
onto the
souvenir
sun.
for Logan.
This will be the first nursery rhyme done. Also, just an FYI,
Something
please make sure you
feels
pick up the doll
different.
because I didn't do
I
that
should look around.
previously and I had to come back. But of course, you
Sure.
won't see it on the recording. Just please make sure
It'll go great
to
on
pick
the
this
bracelet
damn
Logan
thing up
made for me.
because we're going to need it.
Huh. That was strange.
So now heading to the Witchfinder's station. Once again, story progression. Or, oh no, I say it's not story progression, it's actually an optional objective. So once you go to this building, inside you will find your deer's head. This will be number 4.
You were a handsome deer.
And now we're going to do the next nursery rhyme. This is located upstairs, so make sure you pick up the doll number 2 and 3. This will be the hero and wolf doll. And of course we get the charm number 3, coffee mug. So basically the coffee mug will gain you the ability, so after you died it revives you and then that charm will be deleted forever. So that could be good during a boss fight. All we have to do is go outside once again, and then this time we're going to put the hero doll on the boat and the wolf doll on the tree. This will trigger the next scene to be done, so please make sure you pick up the damn dolls again. So now we should have 3 in our stuff.
What is this?
All we have to do is follow the wolf steps, so basically go upstairs to where the crib is located, where we found the previous hero doll and wolf doll. And you will find your next charm just right here. So this one will definitely come in handy,
Bracelet.
but I don't know if I'm going to keep it that long if I need space in my inventory. Okay, so once we have done, we're now going to leave the Witchfinder station and just go straight. Do not follow the pathway back down where we came from. We're just going to go straight and follow another path. It doesn't say there's a path, but you can go down here. On the left hand side you will find some more drawings or like children's like decoration stuff. And once again, if you just keep to the left you should hopefully see it, and once again Saga will hopefully say something to you if you're nearby. So now we're going to go to the private cabin. Once again, look on my mini map or my map. You will find this station right, or not station, sorry, the cabin right here. This one we don't need any dolls since we do have, hopefully you have all the dolls, because this is the part where I did forget to bring them. But yeah, just follow the pattern that I've done.
That's it.
And this will activate the next one. Once again, just make sure you bring the dolls with you just in case, because you never know. But now go back into the forest again. You might hear a growl, but just make sure you pick up the charm.
Another charm.
Now for cult stash number 4. So right next to the private cabin again, but this time it's just below. So follow the pathway that is showing you on the map and just head down to the right. So follow the riverside or the river to the right hand side. Unfortunately, I can't show you what's in this item box because I wasn't recording, but the combination should be for you guys 658. If for some reason it's not, please look around on the trees. It will tell you the combination there. Now for the lunchbox, once again from the last location. So now follow the river and just follow it down to your left. I'm saying left because the character's left, not left on the map. So once again, you will need to come, or say you wouldn't need, but you'll come down here eventually, hopefully this direction, unless you want to go somewhere else. But you will find 2 enemies here as well that we need to deal with. So this way will take us back to the general store if you keep going this way. But if we follow the river to the left, there'll be like a waterfall here at the end. And also, hopefully you guys should notice the children's decoration of what you're going to call these things, wind chimes. Just go to the end and you will find your number 8 lunchbox. Just an FYI, we can upgrade our weapons, so feel free to do that. We are now playing as Alan Wake. So for the first part, this is pretty damn simple. So after you have watched the TV show, you'll go through this exit. You have to figure out the combination. So this will be your second pass through of this area. So basically we had to go back to that room where the cutscene triggered with the red light is, and then eventually we can go through that door into the waiting room, and then you will find the janitor. Do not go through that door just yet, but to the left of the janitor you will find the map just hidden there.
Hello?
Just follow the story progression and you will find this one. This is given to you. This is story related.
The dark place wants to drown me.
After the lengthy dialogue of the cutscene, we then proceed to go outside. So here alone there's quite a few collectibles, but first things first, let's go to the phone and go answer it if you want to.
I knew the call was for me.
We're going to grab the map here. Actually, don't answer the phone because I think it might void this next TV show. I haven't tested it out if it does or not.
The call was for me. It was something important.
So follow the road down and stay to the left. Go towards the shop here on the left next to the red logo or the red neon logo. Once again, just sit and stand here until you are done. So now answer the phone. Now we're going to head to the alleyway. So we'll get a cutscene and all that good stuff. You'll go down here. You will find a flashlight and revolver on the body. And now we're going to get the first of many upgrades. So from the last location, we're now going to interact with our new ability. So with the light, we can take the light now to open this pathway up.
I could use it to make my way deeper.
And then you will find that there's some writing on the wall. It's very, very obvious when you see it. But you'll find arrows pointing in the direction of this area. And just simply look at it.
The words resonated with meeting.
This will be one of many collectibles or upgrades. So now for the first echo, so this is as we have trying to proceed down into the subway. So we need to get some more light. So as we follow the mission objective, we eventually come onto this rooftop. You will see some billboards or some signs. Go up the ladder to your right. And you will find your first echo. I don't think there's any achievement relating to these things, but I'm going to try my best to find them all because they're on the map anyway, so not really difficult to miss. So now proceed on as normal, so go through the next door and this will lead you directly to here. So this will be your save point on your left, so feel free to save your game. We're going to find the map. I don't know what this map's called, I kind of forgot to write it down. But this map will cover this rooftop. I'm assuming it's map rooftop or something like that, but since I don't know, I'm not going to name it. Alright, so from the save point once again, we're going to get the next word of power. So you should notice these yellow arrows around. They're quite easy to spot because they do illuminate pretty damn bright. But once again, just simply follow the arrows around until eventually it does lead you in the right direction. So that will be your next upgrade. Now for your second echo from the last location, go through or go underneath the scaffolding and go to the left and climb the ladder. Once again, you do need to go through that door just down below. Just make sure you grab this echo if you want to have some story told. And now for your next word of power. So this will be the word of gun. So eventually you will get to this taxi where you need to steal this light source. You have to do it. This will change it into a police car, and on the right hand side you will find your next word of gun. You don't have to change the light just to get this collectible. I just thought I might show you me grabbing it. So now to the left side of the taxi or police car, depending on what area or what world you're in, or what light you're in I should say. You want to climb this ladder and go to the end on the right hand side in between the air conditioner units. I think it's like the compressors or something like that. You will find that there's a next upgrade. To your left there will be a stash there. Feel free to get some items as well. So now as we are leaving, we have got all the necessary lights to go down into the station or the subway area. So as we are leaving, look to the left, go down this way. Once again, if you keep looking around, you will definitely notice some arrows. And that will be your next one. Okay, this one I did kind of miss. So go back to where you entered this area, so where the phone was ringing. Go to the movie studio, and on your right hand side, you will find that there's another one of these things hanging around. Okay, so for echo number 3, don't really need to explain much, but simply go down into the subway tunnels or the station area. You will interact with this one as well, directly in front of your path where you need to go. Even Alan Wake tells you need to interact with it. And now do a 180 after the cutscene and you've done all your other stuff relating to this echo. So basically you can assign different stories to different areas of the subway to change how it looks. But yeah, after you've done that, just turn around, you will find a train. This will hold your next word of power. This should be the gun. Now moving further down into the subway, you'll get to a point where you see your next save. It's clearly a save just because there's so much light coming out from it. So just next to the save room, you will find that there's, once again, a new map. So now for the word of power, once again, from the last location, the opposite, also not opposite, turn around from the save point, and you will find this next one located here. So now as we follow the story, we go into this tunnel that we need. I'm pretty sure this is story related, just to be safe, I'm not going to name it as that. I'm pretty sure this is story related. Sorry, I'm 100% now this is story related. So just interact with this echo, sit and watch it, and then move on. So now as the echo is played out, we got to find another light source. Also we'll find an echo, and also we're going to find a word of power as well. So in this new area, just grab the light. This will disappear the tram thing, whatever it's called, on the tracks, and it will show you an echo. Once again, just simply watch it. Now once again, from the last location, go into the doorway to your right hand side, right next to where you found the echo, and you will find the word of lamp. So now we're going to proceed on now to the next save station. So basically, once you have acquired your new light, you can now go through this way and just follow the passage down. This will lead you directly to where I am. So as you go past the save, you should hopefully automatically gain this TV show. You don't even have to do anything, just watch it. After the TV is finished, you will get the credit for it. So now not too far. So after you climb the ladder from the previous location, do a 180 and head back into this area. So now if you keep looking up after you've crawled underneath this construction site, and that's your next one. Moving on. So for the next echo. So now back to where the train's located. We're now going to go through the door to the right after we have changed the story. In this next room, you will find an echo. I believe this is story related. Once again, I'm not going to class it as a story related, just in case it's not. I'm pretty sure it is though, once again. Now for your next word of power. So after you've done the traumatic train sequence, so you go through the burning train, or the burnt train I should say, you leave the train, this will give you access back to where we got the echo. But instead we're going to climb down now to proceed on with the mission. Go behind the ladder and you will find a hidden word of power just behind a bit of white plywood. So now we're going to find, once again, word of power. This one's pretty easy to find as well. So as you are leaving, you will get into the next little subway area. So go towards the exit and you should hopefully clearly see this one just staring you in the face if you're looking around, that is. Just go to it, claim your prize. Once again, another word of power. So after we have done the next part, you then be into another subway section. So to the left, you will find your next word of power. To the right will be the next section of this level. So go into the dark and scary tunnel and you will find your next word of power. Time to repeat myself once again from the last location and your next word of power. This time we're going to go through the train. As soon as we exit the other side of the train, do a sharp left and you'll see it just on the outer side of the train on your left. And now this will be your next echo. So now proceed on and do whatever you need to do. So basically just accept that as your thing, as your next story. This will make your mission proceed on a bit further. And then just make sure as well to grab this next echo.
Something here that made him run scared.
And now, as we are now proceeding out, leaving back to where we came from, this one's very, very hard to miss. So as you go through this room, as we are leaving the area now, just simply grab this and then we can move on. So now we're still leaving. This time we're going to grab the next echo. This one's hard to miss as well. If you just look left, you'll just see it there.
Turns out the cult.
Once again, from the last location, another simple one to find. We are now still proceeding back to where we came from. So basically we're making a big massive circle. Go left and go up the steps. And basically right next to your next save point, or your safe haven, you will find your next word of power through the grates. You can't get through them, you have to just shine your light through here. Well actually you don't need to shine your light, you just have to look at it at a certain angle to get it. Alright, so for your next echo, follow the story progression. So once you figure that out, you will find the Fat Man again, or Nightingale. After that, you will find the next echo. So make sure you do that before we carry on. So now as we go back into the New York section, go to the Parliament Tower. This will finish up this next section, and also the third section of Alan Wake will have no collectibles. So then we're going to go back to Saga.
Maybe he was a victim. The cult.
We're now entering the Return 3, so back with Saga. So just an FYI before we actually start, there will be some collectibles we cannot grab because we don't have the bolt cutters. just an FYI. So for the first or the second commercial, this will be the coffee world. Just go back into the main lobby area and you'll find the TV that turns on. Just simply watch it to the end. Now for the 1 of 6 mayor setter signs. So basically once you go out of the your main hub section, go onto the road, go left, and you will find your first sign 1 of 6 here. Now for the next set of the sign, so after we get to the Old Deer Diner, do a 180, it should be the opposite side of the road, just sitting there in plain sight. Now for the next commercial, go inside once again, just watch the commercial to the end and you'll gain credit for this one. Now as you make your way to the watery section, so the new area, as soon as we spawn in after the car ride, you will find your third sign located directly at the starting location of this area, just to the right.
Will stand up for justice.
So now we're going to find the next deer head. So as we go inside, we will find the janitor singing. Go into the back rooms and you will find your next deer head here.
Such a shame.
Now for the map for the watery section. In this same room, or the building, just before we leave, you'll find the map just on the counter. Alright, so now we're going to leave the area for now, because we don't have any other things we can do right now, because we don't have the screwdriver or the bolt cutters, so we're going to leave for now. So after you have followed your story progression, you will find your first set of taken. There will be guys throwing some axe at you or whatever they're throwing. But in this area here, you will find the nursery rhyme. So also you will find the 2 dolls. And also this will be the nursery rhyme, should be number 4, and hopefully charm number 5 if I number these correctly. Just an FYI, please make sure to pick up these damn dolls before we leave. Because if you don't, it'll be a pain in the ass to try and find which one you have left where. So now for your next cult stash. This is number 5. So from the starting location, this time I'm going to head right and follow the path. In this pathway on the right, you should hopefully notice the stash that's up above. Follow the path and just carry around to the right and you will find the stash.
There's another cult stash.
Now for the cult stash number 6, we're going to find a weapon as well. This will be the crossbow. So shortly after, from the previous location, you will find this next save room, or haven, sorry. Outside this haven, you will find your next cult stash. This number will be 527, and hopefully it will be the same throughout for you guys. Now for the nursery rhyme number 5, just go up a bit, go around the corner to the right and head towards the radio tower. In this area you will find that there's another rhyme. We won't need to find any dolls, just place the dolls on the right section to gain credit for this puzzle number 5. After we've done it, please make sure to pick up the doll. And now we're going to grab charm number 6, just follow the deer and just grab the charm next to his body.
I can use this charm on my bracelet.
Now moving on, still next to the radio tower, just go into the far corner here on the upper left hand side and you will find a lunchbox. This will be 9 or 21.
There's another lunchbox.
Now moving closer now to the amusement park area. As we're making our way, if you look to the right, you will find that there's like a picnic bench here with, once again, another lunchbox.
Another one of those lunchboxes.
Now for the next cult stash. So now we are actually in the amusement park, so the coffee world. Go towards the Ferris wheel and you will find this one directly next to it. The password should be 147. Now for the next achievement, I wasn't going to add achievements, but might as well since we're here. It's right next to it where we need to go anyway. So for this one, all we have to do is just shoot any cutout in the coffee world area. So the first one we'll find anyway will be the bear putting his hands up. Just shoot that once and you'll get the achievement. Now another achievement, but also this screwdriver is required. So please make sure to grab this. So go towards this next area, so the cups area. You might have to, you will have to fight some enemies here. But also you will find your screwdriver just to the left here. Now for the mayor setter sign. So we're still in the coffee world area. So we're in the safe haven. We go to the right. And this one should be quite easy to find, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
When you ask, Merceda will speak.
And now we're going to find this stash key. It's located right next to that big smiling face thing. So unfortunately we do have to backtrack ever so slightly, but not too far. So we need to find the Coffee World stash key. This also is crucial for other pickups as well for later on. I think it's the Coffee World stash key. So now after you've found the key, we're now going to find the cult stash. So this one's really not far from the key location. So right next to where the well is located. Just look in the back here and you will find the stash. Just an FYI, the well is actually part of the story. Just an FYI. So now, following the story, we now need to find the trailer park key. The combination to this safe is 146. It's story related. I wasn't going to show it, but I'm not going to show the next part because it's way too damn long. So now, as we are leaving, so with the trailer park key, we're going to grab your now lunchbox number 11. So as we are leaving the amusement park, go to the left inside this little building structure thing, and you will just find it right here on the floor. So now we're going to find your next slogan. So now we're going to run towards the trailer park located on the bottom left hand side. So just before we go inside the trailer park itself, right next to the safe haven will be your next slogan or the setter sign. This is number 5 or 6. There are no more of these signs until I believe the next chapter of the return. So now after the cutscene is played out, go into the trailer park and go right. In the far corner, you will find lunchbox number 12. Once again, from the last location almost, go to the first building on your left. It's quite a big one. So this should be right next to where you have found them 2 guys, completely drunk. But in this area here alone, you will find your next deer head and also your next commercial. So feel free to interact with the deer while the commercial is playing. And once again, make sure you watch the commercial to get credit. So now for your next lunchbox. So make sure you have done everything you need to do in the trailer park to trigger the next part of the story. So in this area, you will find the float here. But go into the back area and you will find a shed. Right next to that, you will find, once again, another lunchbox. So just remember, you need to do the trailer park objectives to make sure this workshop can be unlocked or opened for you. So as you go inside, you will find your next deer head, located on the far left hand side. If for some reason this deer is not here, it may be after you have defeated your next boss, but I don't think so. But just to put an FYI out there. So now, after the boss, we come back to the trailer park. We can now get some more collectibles. So this area was previously underwater. So make sure you grab the stash here. So there will be a key located right next to the stash. Luckily, it's right next to the stash itself. And also, the previous area that we've done with the float, there's so much you need to do there. It's all part of the story, you can't really miss it. You just have to figure it out for yourself or just look up a walkthrough on how to do it. All in all, it wasn't too bad to figure out. So now, still in the same area, we're now going to go on to the dock. We're going to find 4 things now. The wise elder doll, the bear, the mother doll, and the child doll. So before going on to the docks itself, you will find 2 of these things next to this outdoor kitchen. Now on the dock itself, you will find 2 more located on the green bench on your left. So now we're going to do the nursery rhyme number 6 and also grab the charm number 7. Once again, I can't say this enough. Please make sure to pick up the dolls after you have finished doing the puzzle.
Yes. This is ridiculous.
So now after we've done all the necessary stuff, we can now come to the bottom right hand side. So basically go to the watery lighthouse. There will be a couple of enemies here, but at the main front door of the lighthouse, you will find that there's a trickster doll. Sorry, I said it again, a trickster doll. I haven't managed to find the lock for this or the key for this, so hopefully I can find it so we can go inside at some point.
Another one of those rhymes.
So on the right hand side, you will find the nursery rhyme. All we have to do is use the trickster on the wave. And then we have to use, I think it's the monster. I think that's completely wrong what I told, but never mind, you'll know what to do by the video. So now near the lighthouse, once again, go to the left hand side, you'll get attacked by some lovely wolves. Now as you climb these rocks on the left, you will find once again another cult stash. Okay, so we're now going to find the lunchbox number 14. So from the last location, go to the left side and jump down. Feel free to save your game because straight ahead will be a safe haven. Next to the safe haven itself, on the left, just on the cliff side, you will find number 14. Now we're going to go and claim the charm number 8. because the charm will be next to the bridge hidden into the watery section. So on the right hand side you will see a fallen over tree. Climb underneath and you should hopefully see this on the rocks.
I'm gonna need a bigger charm bracelet.
Well, unfortunately now, since we do have the necessary items now to grab some more stuff, and also the water has now gone. So in this area here, we need to go back to the water
There's a
ride
ride
place,
over
the
here.
coffee land. And now since we have the new dolls, so we can actually do this nursery rhyme.
Makes sense.
And ta-da!
Damn.
Also, this will bring us the charm number 9, Mr. Drippy Charm.
Another charm.
So now we're going to grab the nursery rhyme dolls once again, 11, 12, and also the rhyme. So previously this area was underwater, but not anymore, since we have dealt with the boss. Use your screwdriver to gain access to this area. Go upstairs to find your 2 dolls, the maiden and the monster doll, located on the bedside cabinet area. So now we're going to leave and go through the back door to claim our puzzle number 9 for the nursery rhyme. And also charm number 10.
A charm.
We are almost finished now with the area. Once again, we cannot grab the ones with the bolt cutters. So for Deerhead number 8, in the same building, location will be inside the dining room.
On greener pastures now.
Alright, so now we're going to head back to the downtown watery section. So we're almost going to finish this level off, or this scene, the return 3. But since we do have the crossbow, or not crossbow, the screwdriver, we can gain access to this building now. In here, we do need the other dolls as well.
More of those.
Once again,
rhymes.
I can't say it's enough. Please make sure to bring your dolls with you after you have finished the nursery rhymes.
Okay. Lots of charms lying around here.
And the last thing for now, before we come back at a later date, will be the cult stash number 11. Password is 496. Location on the dock in the downtown watery.
There's another cult stash.
A gun and a flashlight. How nostalgic.
We're now moving on to Return 5, Old Gods. So after you've done Return 5, we'll basically be in the same area. So as we go into the bunker section of this area, you will find your nursery rhyme number 11 located just up above.
Okay.
Now we're going to grab cult stash number 12. So from the last location, we're going to go to the left and head directly straight. So basically just follow the stream of water on your right, follow it down to your left, and you will find the next stash here. And now we're going to move on now. So for the cult stash number 13, so from the safe haven, drop down here and just head to your right. You should hopefully find that there's a van here, or not a van, a truck. And on that truck you will find your stash number 13 once again, and this will be the code 177. Now for lunchbox number 15, from the last location of the van, or not the van, sorry, once again, the truck, just simply head straight. This one shouldn't be too hard to spot from here, so as we get closer to it, you will find that there's some more of these diagrams around.
Another one of
And just
those
make sure you go
lunchboxes.
up this little slope. Now we're going to grab the last and final mayor sign. This is located outside the wellness center before we go into the manor to proceed on with the story. So now we get an idea now where to meet the mayor, so we have to go back to the watery level or the map, but we won't do that just yet until later on. So now we're going to see Rose now inside of the manor, but as soon as she allows you in, go to the first room on your right, and this will be, I believe, her office area. You will find a map here
Another Alex Casey
for the
lunchbox.
nursing home and also the lunchbox number 16. Now for the brother commercial number 5. Once again from the last location. For this one, this won't trigger if you enter this doorway. You have to go to the hallway doorway and then come in from there.
Hello, Jakob.
So now we're going to grab Deerhead number 9. This is located on the second floor in the safe haven.
They're all so soft and sad.
Now for the map for the wellness center. So after we've done all the necessary things in the manor, Rose will give us path to the wellness center. So once again, it's part of the story. As you enter, you will find the map located on the left just before you actually enter the center itself. So it's in between the manor and the wellness center. So quite a ways into this area, we have to find the
security
combination
key
to
needs a
get
password.
into the security room.
And a warrant, technically. But hey.
Well, we need to know this number anyway. It's all part of the story, but the rifle is not part of the story. So type in the number 170823, and now we can go back to where the main reception is as we enter the wellness center. Inside there, you will find a doorknob that you can grab. And then we have to come back to the room that we've done the computer. Now this will be located inside the security room, so make sure you grab the rifle and also grab your next deer in this exact same location.
Hi there, little friend.
Now for the lunchbox number 17. So this will take quite some time. So after you've done the overlap, you've defeated your next boss and yada yada yada. As we are leaving the area now, we do have the bolt cutters. Once again, that is actually part of the story, so don't need for me to show you that. But just head down this path and you will find the lunchbox off to your right hand side as we just follow the path down.
More of those
So
kids'
these are quite
lunchboxes.
obvious to see, but yeah, so not too bad. Once again, from the last location, just turn around. We're going to find the Bunker Wood stash key. This is very close to where the lunchbox was located. Don't head down this way, I went the wrong way. So now there's the wood stash key. So now go up just slightly. Up here you will find your next Colt stash. We're now going to find number 15 stash. So take the main path down. Just follow the main path, go past the house on your right. And then on these hills, you will find your next stash.
Another cult box. Another locked box.
Now for your nursery rhyme, just follow the main path again on the map, then head towards the ranger station. So to get inside, you need the screwdriver, but lucky enough, we have that already. And yeah, just make sure you do the nursery rhyme inside this house, and also grab the coffee mug charm.
Another one of those rhymes. Right. Can never have too many charms.
So now we're in the ranger station once again. We're going to find the deer head number 11. So hopefully you guys see this already when you're in this room. So just before we go down the stairs or up the stairs, you will find your deer head just looking at you. Now for the next stash and the key. So as we leave the building, go through the back door and just go to the left. So this key is located just behind the building, right next to the beam or the fireplace, I think this is. Okay, so we're now going to continue on now. So this time we're not going to follow the main path, but the narrow paths, so to speak. So this is the location of the lunchbox. So on this upper side of this hill, basically in the middle.
And another lunchbox.
And now we're going to go straight to the next lunchbox. Now go back to the main path. On the beach itself, you will find once again your next lunchbox. So there's the docking yard or the shipyard. Now for the nursery rhyme. This one's located on the beach itself. So from the last location, just go down here, do your nursery rhyme, and also follow the beach or the shore just down a bit further to find your charm as well.
Okay. Look at that. Another charm.
We are now moving on to the boatyard, or the Billy's Boatyard. In here, you're going to find once again, or just before we enter the Billy's Boatyard, on the right hand side of the entrance, you will find your lunchbox number 20. Only one more to go, baby.
Lunchboxes.
Now for the next nursery rhyme. So this is on the inner side of the Billy's Boatyard, just before we get to the main town again. On the dock, this is where you'll find the puzzle. Also, just an FYI, make sure you grab the charms, and also, I haven't mentioned this in a while, make sure you please grab your damn dolls because you're going to need them.
Sure. I'm never gonna get used to this. Charmed, I'm sure.
So now we're going to grab the next collectible. So this will be the stash number 17. So now we're going to go into the main town of Bright Falls. Right next to the van here. Just to the left, or just in the middle, I should say. This will be one of these combinations that you need to remember to unlock it. So now we're going to go about halfway down the street to the Harbour Street. You will find once again a gate that is required for your bolt cutters. Once again, the bolt cutters is part of the main story, so if you don't have it by now, then something's terribly wrong.
Another cult stash?
Now for the cult stash number 12 or 19. So right next to Old Deer Diner, once again, you will find another door locked up. So use your bolt cutters, go inside, figure out the combination, and then we can move on. So just an FYI now, we are going to go to the watery section to get a few more collectibles and also meet the mayor to get another charm.
Another cult box.
Welcome to the watery area. So use your main car in the town that you're in previously and travel to this location. So now we're going to go inside to meet the mayor. There he is, a lovely chap he is. All we have to do is interact and you'll gain the achievement, the nice things in life, and also he will drop your next charm. This is very, very good if you're missing some stuff like Manifest and any other collectibles. So this will be very good for you and me, of course. So now let's move on. So we're still in the watery. We're going to follow the main road all the way down to the very bottom and go back to this location, so where the float is located. Once again, you've probably already noticed that there's a gate locked up again. It's required for the bolt cutters. Make sure you go to the back to grab your stash. The combination is 542.
Another locked box.
Now the last thing in this area for now, we do have to return back after we have got all of the stashes. So at the bottom here, we're going to go into one of the buildings, number 5 building, to do the next puzzle. This one's not too bad to figure out, so just make sure you grab your next charm. You may also grab an achievement for this as well. I believe it's for finding all types of charms. I'm just assuming, I haven't even looked at the achievement to be honest. I just know it unlocks on this video. Once again, just an FYI, please make sure you pick up these damn dolls before we leave.
Hey, another charm.
Alright, so once we are done, we're now going to go back to the vehicle and travel to Cauldron Lake. So now we have the bolt cutters. Once again, we can gain access to the rental cabins. In this area, you're going to find a few collectibles. We're going to finish up all the lunch boxes. I don't think there's no achievement tied to this, but I can't really remember what you get. Maybe it's something I haven't really figured out yet. Hopefully I do at some point. I'll go into the building on your right. You have to go through the back, and this should be your final one. We're finished. We're done. Now for the Nursery Rhyme Puzzle 16. So we're getting very close. There's only 17 of these puzzles to do. Once again, from the last location, we're now going to go and grab your next puzzle. So stay on the back side of these buildings and go through the only door you can after you have crawled under the tree. The first door on your left is locked, but the second door we can go through. Go into the building numbered 4. In here, once again, you will find your nursery rhyme, so make sure you figure this out, and then we can move on.
Okay.
So after the nursery rhyme has been done, we can now kill the next taken in the opposite building. This will be inside the coffee mug charm and the nursery rhyme doll number 13 and your final doll. This is once again required for your final nursery rhyme. And once again, if for some reason you cannot pick this up, please go to your storyboard thing and figure out all the nursery rhymes and put them in the right place, and then eventually you can pick this up. So the deer head 12, this will be the final thing. So in this location, you will find the final head here. Do not worry, we will go back to the point where we can grab some stuff in this secret room. But for now, we're just going to continue as normal. So now at the very top of the rental cabins, we're going to find the lake cabin stash key. And then we have to proceed to the safe haven to unlock the cult stash number 21.
Another one of those cult boxes.
Now for your nursery rhyme, in the same area now, still Cauldron Lake, we're going to go to the Witchfinder station to get your last and final nursery rhyme. Once you've done this successfully, you will grab an extra charm slot so we can have 4 instead of 3.
What the? What? Hello? Hey, are you there? Sounds like this person got more than they bargained for. Ugh, this stuff again. There's something else in there, too. This will be handy.
Okay, we're going to grab the secret deer room now. So go back to Bright Falls, go back into the bureau where you do all your puzzle stuff. When you go into the lobby, you will find a deer that walks away. Now just follow the deer in this location and go left down the massive corridor. You'll see the deer once again at the very end of this corridor, going into room 108. I'm not going to show you the stuff you can pick up here. It's just like ammo and stuff. So make sure you do your thorough searching before we leave the building. And then we're going to go to the sheriff station to trigger return 6 level. So now as soon as you go to the main street to the sheriff station, as soon as we enter the station, this will trigger return 6. Now in this area here, you will find this lady here that is bloody. Do everything you need that is required for this lady to talk to you and all that stuff. Now once she gives you keys to go through this area, once again that lady is required, so you have to do that to get the keys. In this room or the sheriff's office, you will find the pump action shotgun. The code is 723.
I'm sure Sheriff Braco wouldn't mind me borrowing this.
And now we're going to move on. So in the same area, in the sheriff station, so we're going down now to the lower level, to the basement, to turn the lights back on. So as we go down, the first door on your right, you will find the cult stash number 22. So this will be another picture thing. But also, it's not, sorry, my bad. It's actually a combination. I thought it was a picture. But the combination is pretty easy to figure out.
Key?
But on your last open of the stash, you will find a lighthouse key. This will give us the inventory upgrade number 4. So we need to head back to the watery after you've done the sheriff stuff. So basically, once we've done the entire mission, we'll get prompted to leave the area, like a no point, no return. The game actually tells you, so don't leave until you're done, but simply go back to the watery, go to the lighthouse to get the upgrade number 4. There is, once again, plenty of other stuff here you can grab, but my main thing is to show you is the upgrade. Welcome back everyone, we're now doing the number 4, we sing. So now we're going to grab the weapon flare. This is the story related weapon, so you cannot miss it. So during this area of the music happening, just grab it. So now as we finish the music section, we'll go outside. The phone is ringing once again in the New York area. So simply pick it up like before, listen to the conversation, grab the key on the phone, and then we need to head back to where we found one of the previous videos already. So basically go back to that same window and interact, or not interact, just look at the video for video number 4, Dark Presence.
The story I was building was fragile, constantly under attack. There was no...
And now we're moving on to number 5, but this could quite possibly be, we can grab this word of aid in number 4. So right next to where you found the previous video, just look on the right side of the wall and hopefully it's there for you. If not, then we can just easily leave the hotel to grab it. But I'm pretty sure it will be here. So now we're going to grab the word of power again, or the word of aid. So after we attempt to get into the Ocean View Hotel, we have to find another way onto the rooftops. So as we follow the story progression, we'll eventually go through this homeless shelter. And then if you stay to the right hand side, you will find your next word of power. So almost from the last location, I just went to the save point very nearby, and all we have to do is go up the ladder. Now once again, head up to the next ladder. You will find the echo located to the left hand side, and also you will find a word of power there, but of course we can't grab it from this area. But now we're going to go to the left hand side to grab this echo. Once again, this is nothing to do with any achievements, but I just thought I might add it because I don't think anyone else has. Now for the word of gun. So remember this location because this is the one of the guns I did miss. So once again from the last location, head down the stairway and go underneath the stairs that you came up, or came down I should say. Now look underneath the steps, you will find your next word of power. Now heading back to where we found the echo, so basically just head up the steps, and now we're going to go inside. Now we don't have to do this right now. We can actually go through any door, it doesn't really matter, the blue or red side. But once you're close enough to the water tower, and you will find the word of power here. Now when we get to the Ocean View Hotel, so just before the entrance, you will find that there's a small outhouse to the right hand side on the rooftops. So very close from the last location once again of the last word of power. So now go to the the small outhouse to your right and you will find the shotgun inside. We have to manipulate the light so we can actually grab the shotgun, but it's directly in this room.
I could use that shotgun.
So we're going to grab the Echo now. This one's pretty close by. So basically from the last location, we now want to leave the building that we were in and just go to the left. You'll see it located on the upper section, so near the next water tower. Hopefully you guys will just see it just floating in midair. So for your convenience, if you do want to follow this, the code to the hotel is 2550. Just to save you time if you don't want to look around. Or sorry, try to figure it out, I should say. Alright, so we're now inside the hotel. So from the last location, go to the room 665. Do the echo in that room. And then as soon as we leave the room, you'll find another echo. This is actually story related, so to be honest, I did want to show this, but since we are in the area, may as well. So now for the map Ocean View Hotel, all we have to do is do the story progression, go down the elevator into the entrance lobby. As soon as you enter this area, go straight into the next room, directly ahead, and you will find the map just behind the reception desk.
The detective, an idea, clear as a vision, waited for me here.
Okay, now do the rest of the area. Well, sorry, my bad. From the last location, just grab the echo in the reception desk area. Okay, now do the mission as intended. We need to go to the ballroom. That is actually part of the main objective. So as we enter the ballroom, if you go to the safe room, or the safe haven, I should say, on your right hand side, you will find that there's a key for room 109. I think it's 109, it may be 101. Yeah, so room 101. Now we have to go downstairs again. So go back where we came from. Hopefully this should be all familiar to you where to go. Alright, so we're now back on the first floor. Go to room 101. You may have already tried to unlock this. But as you go inside, you will find your video 5. This will be the visions. So now for the next word of power. So go back up to the second floor. We're now going to grab, I believe there's 3 in this one section. So now go to room 224. As you go into the room, go into the back rooms and destroy the board. And this one's located in the showers. Keeping things simple from the last location. Now we're going to go to the elevator section that are currently blocked off. I think they're always blocked off. So just head to the middle of the map. So in this section here, you will find your word of power just underneath the stairway into the main lobby section. And there it is. And now once again from the last location, keeping things simple, we're now going to go into the boardroom and go to the bar and look directly up to find the word of stuff. So for you guys, probably not recommended to get the resource stuff. I'm just doing it just because of collectibles and whatever. Well, I think they're collectibles. Can't be too sure. But it's entirely up to you what you want to pick for this one. But I chose the one that gives me resources or helps me find them. Alright, so once you have done some more objectives, if you really want to get into the room with that humming noise, go into room 206. You'll find the key to 209 on the table, and now just simply go back to room 209. So if you pick up the map in this room, I've already done it, but it will give you like locations of importance stuff, so feel free to grab that. I believe I missed one of these guys as well, but it's not really too much of a concern because I already grabbed all the stuff that I need. So now head back to the first floor. We now have the devil scenario, so go back to the main entrance, change the entrance to the devil and go upstairs.
I felt the presence.
But once again, I believe this is actually part of the story, so just make sure you grab it. It may not be, but I want to show it just in case.
Mr. Scratch, if that's who the actor playing.
Alright, so we've already done like a major part now of the game. We're now going to grab the climax. So the climax should be given to us after we've done all the certain stuff. I'm not going to explore the game, but once you've done that, you come back to the lobby again, change it from, I believe, devil. You can change it to climax, and then you'll get another echo just spawns here. I believe this one isn't part of the story, so if you want to grab it, feel free to.
I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick asking too many
So now for the next thing, it's going to be directly outside of the Ocean View Hotel. So FYI, please make sure you grab everything in this hotel before we leave. Once again, as soon as you leave, you will find your next echo. Just an FYI, the echo just below isn't for this chapter, so we'll get it on, I believe, number 7. So number 6 hasn't got no collectibles. Just enjoy that chapter, it's very short. Once again, number 6 has no collectibles. So now once we start number 7, we go back into the TV to do the next part of the area. So this will be number 7, masks. So this one is quite missable. So basically, I'm just showing you a quicker version. So once you have done the cutscene with Mr. Door and all that other stuff, you get more details that happens. And now we've got to find the janitor now. I believe the janitor is actually part of the story, so I'm just going to show you anyway because you may get lost. I actually got lost in here as well. The reason why I'm speeding it up. So there's a good old janitor that we see from Control. So now after he gives us the objective, like all the other stuff we need to do, so he'll tell us to go down into the basement to find the drawings of Alice. In theory, we don't have to do this, but if you don't, then you will not be able to get the drawing or drowning, sorry, video clip. So it's pretty easy, but of course I decided to actually wing it from the janitor. I thought to myself, yeah, I know where I'm going. But it turns out I didn't truly know exactly where I was going properly. But yeah, so if you just head downstairs before going to the exit, you'll be fine. But you'll find it in here anyway. I think this is like a one-way trip anyway, so we can't go anywhere else. Or anywhere different to go, I should say. Okay, so we're now heading back. So head back up the stairs. Yep, I told you. Look, I'm just winging it right now. On this clip only, I'm just winging it. The reason why it doesn't look as clean as the others. So now, if you head down this doorway to the exit, this will be the exit of this chapter. So once again, in theory, we don't have to get this picture, but if you don't, then you can't get this Journey Video 6. Now, just finish off the chapter. And then as soon as you spawn back in this room, you'll get two things. You get the tape, and also the most important will be the drowning. Okay, so now we're going back into New York. I believe we're going to our apartments. Maybe not. I can't really remember now. But basically, as soon as we leave, we'll find the next echo directly in front. Here we go now, guys. We're going to do the final initiation thing. So this is number 8. So as we go through the car wash for the first time, go through the shutter door and you will find the word of aid located to the left hand side of the cinema. So not through the tunnel there, this is where I'm going wrong. It's to the right. But yes, it's still a tunnel, but it's right next to the studio. Easy peasy. Alright, so now we're going to get some quick and simple echoes. So for this one, we need to go on top or next to the Poet Cinema. So go on top of the roof and you will claim it when you get on top.
I say, God made us in his image.
Once again, another simple one to find. Directly in front of the Poet Cinema. Just make sure you grab this one as well.
Something kept me going. A broken man. No hope, no promise.
Finally, we're now going to go inside the cinema. So make sure you go to the ticket booth person and hand in your ticket. So now as we go inside, go into the... I was going to say receptionist, but it's not. But go into the main front shop and go behind it in the back rooms and you will find the map. Now for the next collectible. So this will be the Writer's Journey Video 7. So basically just go into the safe haven located to the left side into the staff only room.
Did I stop writing at some point? I can't stop.
Now for the next echo. This is basically a story related thing, but just to be safe, I want to show you guys anyway. So on top of the can't remember what it's called now, but basically if you go to the top, you will find this next echo here. This will gain you the ability to change the lobby to a different scenery. Right, so now we're going to grab 2 more word of whatever it is, word of powers. So on this area right now, on the left hand side, before we head down the stairs once again, you will find it just on the left wall. And now we're going to grab the word of action. So now we're going to go to the bottom again, go through the right door. Well, I say right door, meaning like not directly right, but it's the right door on the map near the stairs. Alright, so in this back rooms you will find once again some more stuff you can pick up as well, so please make sure you look around, but also look on the ceiling to find the next power. Once again, I'm not going to show you much of this one because this is actually once again part of the story, so once you get into the back rooms you will have to find this to once again to get some more details about your mission. Eventually you will get into the theatre. You will find many of these echoes. Once again, I do believe these are actually part of the story, but once again, I'm going to show you. So this may still be pointless, but just be safe. So change the theatre hall to the Cult of the Word and go to the back to do the next thing. I believe this will also give you another direction of the theatre. So now clip off the lost film. So grab the light you see directly in front. Before doing that though, we need to grab the echo. So just make sure you grab the light when we're there as well.
The urban legends circling Thomas Zane were a bottomless rabbit hole.
Now, as we have grabbed the light in the theatre, we're now going to leave the theatre and go to the outside. So all these echoes are 100% part of the story. So every one of these you would need to do, but I'm still going to show you anyway. As we go outside, out in the night area, so we'll change the time or the scenery to New York Finest. Also now we're going to grab the Word of Power, Word of Stuff, Word of Lamp. So basically, once again, keep the scenery on the New York Finest. Grab the light from the police car. Go to this location. Change the scenery once again from this, so you get a door behind us. So basically, the Word of Power is located on the rooftop. There are two here, so one on the right hand side next to the red neon light. You just look to the left as you go across this very small walkway, and you'll see it tucked around the corner here. I believe this is the Word of Stuff, and the next one will be located directly in front of you on that water tower, as you see on the right hand side. But to get to it, you have to run towards this door where you will hear good old Tim Breaker humming. Technically we don't need these, or need this guy, but I'm going to show you anyway, because this guy will show you the Word of Powers, where to find them. Once again, from the last location, we're going to do another echo. I believe, once again, this is actually story related, so shouldn't really show you, but just to be safe, once again, I will show you. Now go on to this downstairs part, or the bottom floor here. Once again, you would need to change the scenery to the right one. So this will be the Cult of the Word. Now once you align yourself and just watch the story happen, and then we can move on. So now we're going to grab the next Tim Breaker. We don't really need to grab him now because we do have, I believe, all of the Word of Powers now. So there's no more to find. Unless I'm getting too far ahead of myself. But there will be a place that you can crawl under. It's very well known where to go because you'll see the police tape everywhere guiding you the right direction. Make sure you grab the next map, but of course there shouldn't be nothing on your map because if you've been following the guide, you should be good. So for this one, this is pretty damn basic, not too hard to find. But once again, I sound like a broken record. Once you have finished, or once you have followed the story progression, go inside the theatre wall itself. And now we're going to go into a continuous loop that will change every so often. It will change about 3 times, maybe 4. But I believe on the 3rd time though, as you go through this tape room, videotape room, this door won't be here. Another door will spawn behind you. That's the right way, but there will be another door in this same room will hold your video 8. The reason why I'm showing you this much footage just to be safe that you understand where it is.
The Casey in the story was losing it. I wasn't far behind. I was back at the beginning again. I had to keep going. Find a way to the Nursery.
Show yourself! Who was it? Who said that? That's a real clever trick, asshole! You can run, but you can't hide! The Grand Master, my ass! You're a clown in a mask! I'm not the one wearing a mask, you moron!
This echo is once again a part of the story. You basically have to do it anyway to proceed on. I believe the door is locked otherwise. But yeah, just make sure you do this and move on.
You've done well. You've played your role perfectly.
Here we go again. As we are leaving the theatre and the whole building itself, make sure you do the Grandmaster in the lobby and you will find the next one. Now this will be the final thing. So Return 8 Deerfest. As soon as we start this, go into the Deer's Diner, or Deer's Diner, sorry, I think it's called. Located to the right side. So basically we spawn right next to it. And this one will be located right next to the Put the Lime in the Coconut Song jukebox. Just look above, and this should be your final one, and the final collectible of Alan Wake.